Hey everybody, it's TF now. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another action figure review. This time it's going to be of the Star Wars The Black Series Rogue One, a Star Wars story, Jedha Patrol Stormtrooper. Very excited to have this one. I can't get enough Stormtroopers, This is basically a sand trooper when you have the pauldron there, but this is from a short scene in Rogue One where they had some Stormtroopers looking like this here. I don't have the new updated Rogue One figures from Black Series. I have the older ones. I have yet to get any of the new ones, but I wanted to get the R builder here. So let's just jump right into packaging. Top half, you do have Star Wars The Black Series. It's very basic with Black Series now. You have the figure, the box, as well as the contents that it comes with. Bottom half here, it does say Rogue One, a Star Wars story in a very nice teal color. As well as Stormtrooper, Jedha Patrol, ages 4 and up, and the Hasbro logo. On this side, there's not much going on here, except for towards the bottom, you have the Black Series right there, as well as the teal stash right there. But on this side, as you can see, very nice artwork of the Stormtrooper with gray towards the top half, and then towards the bottom half, it starts fading into teal, as well as it says Stormtrooper Jedha Patrol. On this side, it's just a wide shot of the back of the packaging. When we zoom in closer, you can see Black Series, the name of the character, as well as a multilingual read-up, and that image that you saw on the side earlier. Then down here, it does say number 9 out of the Rogue One Star Wars story Black Series line there. And then you just have multilingual warnings. And then on the bottom here, that's the barcode in case you need it. Let's go ahead and get this figure out of the packaging. So here is the figure out of the packaging. You guys should probably know what to expect by now. If you have the 2020 version of the Stormtrooper, there's not much new going on here, but it is good for army building though. If you had trouble finding that previous one, now you can get this one. It can work as a Stormtrooper if you take the pauldrons off. And the new stuff that it comes with on here is pretty nice. Let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories, then we'll take a close look at the figure. So here is the backpack. This thing is actually pretty nice. It's pretty big too. I have yet to put it on the figure yet. I'll try to show it off, slipping it on in a second on camera. I don't know what you could call these little panels or whatnot on the back here, but all these are sculpted pretty nicely. If we take a closer look there, yeah, I dig all that really well. And then you have this hole here, that's for the antenna, which I'll show off in a second. There's some silver going on here to make it look like the antenna is still in there. We have some pouches sculpted in here. You can even see some of the texturing in the straps, so that's nice. Not much paint going on here. It's just this molded in this green color. But you do have this lighter, I don't know if this is a brown or a green or whatnot, but you have this painted in here looking pretty nice. Looks like this part of the strap is loose. Then you have some silver right here on the buckles and whatnot, or whatever these are supposed to be. A little bit of a yellow patch or whatever. And then there's some silver on the inside. All that sculpting looks nice. There's some nice wrinkles. There's a little bit of space here. Probably for whatever is, under parts of his belt and whatnot. So all of this, I think, looks really nice. Very cool backpack. He also comes with the antenna. Well, I almost lost it. The antenna of the backpack right here. There's not much paint. It's molded in this slightly silver color. I guess it's a dark gray, definitely. There's a little bit of a swirl going on here. This is a bit of a softer plastic, so it can warp, maybe. It flicks back and whatnot. So just be careful not to bend it too much, and it might snap in half, though. But this little peg right here, little hole, just slip it in like so. Should be easy enough. If I can't do this on camera, I'll have to cut away, but it should just be super easy just to pop the backpack on. You'll take the other arm. Oh yeah, this is easy enough, I had to cut away for a quick sec because I don't actually know if this strap is supposed to go over the pauldron or if the pauldron goes over the strap, because the pauldron goes all the way around the back. And so it kind of makes the backpack look slanted if you do it like this. So I'm not entirely sure how to do it right now, but it's easy enough to pop on. It's relatively easy enough if you arch the arms all the way back, and then that will probably pop off. That pops off really easily. Last but not least, a standard DLT-19 that we've gotten plenty of times in the Black Series line. This is a lighter gray. I want to say they attempted to put some silver, very light hints of silver in here to make it look a little bit more metallic, but it just mostly looks like this dark gray. It's still pretty nice though. So I brought out the previous Stormtrooper to compare to the new one when it comes to paint apps, because there are some slight differences. First of all, taking a close look at this one, you see some of the metallic silver around the ridges of the nose. More of a just flat gray going on here. Other big differences, if you could tell with some of the designs, like this right here, it has a lot more gray as well as an outline there. It's not gray at all here. It's just some lines. Similar to the temple, as you can see there's a black outline and much more gray there compared to the new one. But there is just this long gray strip of paint there compared to the smaller strip, but also has a black dot in there. You can see here, this might be a little bit off center to where it's supposed to be. You can see a ridge sculpted in there. But there's some outlines, as you can see, for the back of the helmet with some gray as well as some black lines. The blue around the cheeks, I believe, aren't different at all. So there's that. Similar stuff going on in the back here. On this side, you can see that. It's actually, this might be a mispaint on mine. So there's not gray painted there where the black lines are, but there is here. So that's interesting. It's a little unfortunate. I didn't notice that until now, though. Am I crazy? Jeez. So we do have just mostly the same mouth vent, as you can see there with the black and silver paint. There's just plain black in the visor here compared to actually a lighter gray. It's not super duper light, but it's, you know, lighter than black in the visor there. And then the little black outline on the top of the forehead, all that's the same. The only other difference is on the back here. As you can see, there's some gray on whatever that canister is compared to this that is not painted. And then on the chest here, or at the torso I should say, you can see on the stomach some black paint. Not much going on here. Really nothing at all. You can see these have these like very dirty gray outlines on the feet compared to just plain black for this one. Other than that, when I zoom out and you look at these, I'm trying to focus up here, there is nothing different when it comes to the sculpt. It's very much the same as the previous one, and that's not a bad thing because I think the previous one is really good, definitely when it comes to sculpt. One thing I want to talk about quickly is the pauldron. I can't find a lot of figures, but I can't find my previous Sandtrooper. I don't know if this is the same mold as the previous pauldron. But you can see the orange paint on there with some stretching and whatnot. It fits on there pretty nice. I wish this head was easy to remove like the previous one, because then I'd pop this off, just make this a normal Stormtrooper if I really wanted to. But you'll have to heat up the head very much. I remember I had to heat this up, one of these ones so much to pop that head off. And it does have this system that we have with the unpainted head underneath, as you can see. So it's a little, actually looking at it right now, it's not too warped, but it's ever so, it wants to go all the way over to its right more than it does want to center, which is unfortunate. To give me a quick look at everything going on here, because they have this shiny white plastic that they're using. It's not really shiny, but it's pretty glossy to bring all, it's pretty accurate to how it's supposed to look with Stormtroopers. So, the glossy effect is nice. The black right there with these lines and ridges. If you hear my neighbors upstairs, they've been doing stuff all day. At this point, I just have to do a review through it because I've done this like 12 times. So I'm sorry if you hear any noise, but there is some, you can see these creases right there on the back. As you can also see on the back of the knees, some details too. I always like the details around the belt as well as in the stomach. There's even some details on the inside here. You can see that black there with lots of nice lines in the sculpting. Then we get down here, nice lines that are protruding from the armor. See, they painted some parts of the knee right here above the actual sculpt, and then the shins. So let's bring this back out again real quick. Again, man, if you're familiar with the previous one, there's not much to talk about here. I think the backs are pretty much the exact same too. So there's not a hole on the back with this one since it's a slip-on backpack. Articulation is pretty basic, especially for the Stormtroopers. You have a ball joint going up into the head as well as into the torso. It should allow for, just look how slanted it goes over, man. Like, it really does not look natural. And that just, I don't know. I gotta figure something out with that. But it swivels here. It can go all, up and down. It's giving me some trouble. I don't know if the pauldron's getting in the way as well. Down's not amazing on this figure this time around. I thought it was better with this one. Yeah, it's better. See, it's probably the pauldron. And it does allow for swiveling. The swiveling is no problem. A little bit of a butterfly joint going on here. And we do have these slightly separate shoulder pieces that can move independently, as you can see. Like I'm moving the arm and that this isn't moving. I can move this, it moves and whatnot. You guys are pretty familiar with that by this point. But again, it's actually pretty tight here. Butterfly joint. Arms go all the way around, in and out. We have a single joint elbow that bends pretty well, as well as a swivel here at the elbow. Swivel at the wrist, as well as an in and out hinge here. We do have ball jointed waist, so it swivels forward, back, side to side, and whatnot. Legs go outward that much. Back, actually pretty good. In and out with the thighs. We do have a upper thigh rotation. Double jointed knee, or not double jointed, single jointed knee, excuse me. That bends pretty well though, but it does swivel. A little redundant, but that's fine. Bends downward. And then upward's not amazing, but it also has an ankle rocker. Changing things up a bit from when I usually do size comparisons. On the left, we have the Marvel Legends Retro Collection Spider Armor Mark 1. On the right, we have the Black Series Gaming Grades Jet Trooper. As you can see, the Stormtrooper is a tiny bit taller than the Jet Trooper. Marvel Legends are usually going to be a little bit taller than Black Series. The Spider Armor is a little bit of a shorter Marvel Legends compared to the other ones, but it's still a little bit taller. The short and sweet of this figure is that it's not super duper necessary, especially if you have a lot of the previous 2020 Stormtroopers. But if you want some variations, with the pauldron and everything, as well as that cool backpack that it comes with, yeah, you can armor build with this one too. You can use the Sand Troopers, Jedha Troopers, take the pieces off and use them as normal Stormtroopers. I don't think the paint difference isn't going to be that big to where you're going to notice it too much. I have a few paint imperfections on mine, I think. And overall, there's not much I can complain about with this figure. It's a really nice Stormtrooper figure. I like the one from 2020, and it's still good here, as well as those new parts that it comes with are pretty nice. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment down below what you think about the figure, what you think about the review. Leave a like, share amongst your friends. Follow me on Instagram for more content over there, and I'll see you guys later.